officer down, so I guess you're all screwed, because the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Netrunners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber-psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
All right, Night City citizens, welcome back. DriedMoss here. We're going to do a little bit of practicing on how I am going to here in about a week's time. I'm going to jump over to the 27 plus pages of ideas, a massive database of information that I've collected through what I believe is approaching 2,000 hours. And I'm a meandering player, so I will stop, look, listen, feel, and jot down all these ideas that I have that I'm hoping that Orion, because this is a Road to Orion series that I'm going to do until Cyberpunk Orion comes out. But we're going to jump over to my database here, and I might try to bring this up on a streaming service that allows me to throw up my document, but I don't necessarily need it. But let's get it up anywho. So I've got one document that's 11 pages, and then I have a couple of other pages. We're going to scroll down to some of these other ones. Some of the stuff that I have, NPC rewards gifts was one of the first things that I wrote down for this database. This is ideas, I think this is ideas 6, the document number. There's a moment when NPCs or fixtures will give you rewards or gifts, and they say it's dropped in your stash, but it's hard to find. Similarly, Judy gives you a set of scuba gear after that particular mission with her, and it's clearly visible as soon as you walk in your apartment. Weapon drops should be in a package or something. So I think I wrote this down maybe even twice. Something that has a mail service. Something that arrives in the mail, not a male escort or female escort service. Is not what I'm saying. But where you receive things and they arrive at your door, or you order things and they arrive as packages on the front doorstep. That's something I'd like to see. Player-created point-to-point races is something that it wasn't really fleshed out. I think the races in the original release, they made it replayable in the Phantom Liberty, or I believe that might have just been a 2.0 update. I'm excited to see what they're going to give us at the end of this month. There's a 2.3 update coming. Like, wild that they're still supporting. I hope they support something a minimum of once a year. Once a year would be awesome. Alright, let's see if we can take out... I don't think we can crack the neck of these things. What I can do, and what should be in the new game, is drones. And I don't think I've written that down. Let's go ahead and just add that in right here. So drones is probably a no-brainer. So I'm going to write drones here. I'm going to dictate. Right now, without issue, the player can go into camera mode or photo mode and detach the camera from V and explore the area around them. They can actually use this during gameplay to scope out where enemies are at Why this doesn't work as a drone is beyond me, but if a player needs to see around corners, needs to go through walls, they can do that because there's no clipping. You can turn that off. It's the full collision is what you turn off. I think that's something that is an absolute yes that's going to happen. Drones. And just having, so I have my own drone right now. So if I want to know where everything is, come in here, go to your, turn off your depth of field, go to your camera and turn off full collision. Tap that button to where you, whoops, wrong button. All right, so again, so we're already in drone. It's called drone. So full collision, turn that off, turn depth of field off, tap the right analog stick, at least on console, and you have a detachable camera. And now that they've made it detachable, it's much more like a drone. And you can fly around here. Why? It would be cool. They could do this. I think they could do this right now with update 2.3. Just make this a drone, and everything's working in real time. Why it can't happen? Maybe it's a rendering thing. I'm not quite sure what their limitations are. Like flying vehicles, that's probably going to be in 2.3. But what I want to do, what would be great to do, would be to, and what I'm going to attempt to do, is I want to get a, let me click this over from my stream. I want to get my database list and go over and go back and check and see if the things that I found in my playthroughs are something that they've changed. And you could probably see a lot of those changes. I don't know if the update facts, the update list are still available for every update that they've done. But it's something that I think I would rather see what I've seen, go through my notes, see if some of my ideas that I was thinking about made it through. Yeah, it'll be pretty cool to see what they come up with. I do like the tattoos. I agree with most of the community that the character customization options are going to be updated. All right, I'm gonna probably have to.
Locating suspect. To reveal yourself.
Alright. You little drone. Puny drone. Now I am playing on easy today. I'm just gonna try to push through some of the narrative. Doesn't make the game as fun, but
Requesting support.
so primarily want to talk about the game.
Path's clear.
I'm coming for you.
That's why it's on easy. Yeah, being able to control one of these, that would be legit. A director mode would be outstanding. Sort of like what they have with Grand Theft Auto 5.
I'll cover you.
Now!
Step back! Back! Toss your weapons, or I'll shoot! I repeat, drop your weapons,
Easy
now!
Not too late for everyone to walk out of this
We
alive.
called for backup! Bullshit!
Last chance. You don't gotta die today. Let's
Or
talk.
should I believe you?
Pan Am, shoot
Shut
him.
up!
Listen. This isn't about you. Let him go and tell me where your passenger is.
I don't know where they took him.
Hell no! He's lying!
You don't know or you don't want to say.
Let me get the comms back up. I'll buzz the unit. We'll talk.
Pan Am,
But only if...
you remember the
Shut the
cowboy,
fuck
don't
up!
you?
Pan Am!
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
Are you alright?
Just some scratches.
You fucking morons!
Did you get hit? Hang on, girl. I'll patch you
It's
up.
nothing. Let's go.
We couldn't retreat, Pan Am. They regrouped so fast. Started shooting rockets and shit. I lost everyone.
Everyone? Scorpion, is he here? Mitch? Mitch? He's safe,
Pan
right?
Am, I'm sorry. I didn't make it in time.
No! No! Are you sure? No, he...
Scorpion, the rest. I'm sorry we didn't get here sooner.
They were good people. Great people. They didn't have to die here.
I should have stopped him.
I tried. He wouldn't have listened to you either. Never was much of a listener.
Stubborn bastard.
I'm guessing since you were out here for the AV. The question is, why?
Everything okay? You need anything?
Thanks for saving my ass, V.
Sorry about your people, but I need to keep moving. Why dive straight for the AV? Didn't notice the markings?
We saw it was damaged. We know this land. We knew where it would fall. We had no idea it was Kang Tao. I figured they might need help. In the worst case, there'd be good salvage to be had. Couldn't have been more
No.
wrong.
In the worst case is you all die. This particular encounter, or this line of dialogue, I've walked away from Pan Am and she still had more to say, so I had to come back and talk to her.
I need the guy who's riding this AV. You know anything, see anything.
Took them with them. In our cars.
Where?
West. Small unit. Your passenger's entourage.
Must be looking for a way to call base.
So you're the ones who hit him with that EMP?
Yeah, we tried to warn you, but couldn't connect.
If they took your cars, we might be able to follow their tracks.
Pan Am, listen. I know it's not the best time, but I need Hellman. You promised to help. That still hold?
I always keep my word. Mitch, I will find those sons of bitches. I swear.
Go. I'll call the crew. Get all this cleaned up.
We'll leave my ride here just in case. Just watch the gun, it likes to jam. We'll go by bike.
I'll wait for her
Sounds
to walk
good.
over.
Kang Tao lost contact with their AV. Probably looking for it. Better hurry. But Pan Am,
What?
you're coming back for her, right?
I promise. Let's get going, before they send a rescue party.
Scorpion and the rest. Look, I know how you feel. I mean it. I'll help you settle your score with Kang Tao.
I will destroy them, V. Every last one.
We're in this together. To the bitter end.
You know what, V? You're all right. You helped me with Nash, you helped me with Mitch. To my mind, I owe you a favor. You're Hellman. I will find him.
Ah, so that's what this is? Just paying your debts?
No. Nomads always help their own.
Oh, so I'm one of yours now. Sounds good. Let's ride. Hope they didn't go far.
We'll see. The tire tracks start there. We'll follow them.
Our guys were here.
Let's follow. Find them.
Alright, I do want all the gear, or the loot. Always want loot. Always, always, always loot. I'm surprised we didn't say anything to Scorpion. Scorpion's body's laying around here somewhere. Little bit of cooking, little bit of burning. Everything we're doing is right on time. I'll say a little bit of cooking and a little bit of burning. Everything's right on time. Alright. Yeah, so I'm only going to be streaming about an hour here. I've got a board game flea market that I'm going to attend here in about an hour and a half. But basically what I have is a Excel database with, I don't know, probably 100 different tabs, and each of those tabs have probably on average 50 to 100 lines. So I've got quite a lot of data that I've been collecting, and I would love to go over that. I would love to share that with a community. I'd have to find a community and maybe hang out. I need to start hanging out in cyberpunk specific streams. I need to find my cyberpunk community. I haven't found it yet. I have definitely found fans and streamers of cyberpunk and good streamers themselves who play cyberpunk, but I know that Cyberpunk is not the only game. Like, I'm very excited for... Whoa! Holy crap. Very excited for Death Stranding 2, which comes out in about, what, 18 days? So while I have to admit that Cyberpunk is not the end-all be-all of everyone's love of video games, it's definitely at the very top of mine. I have been playing this game non-stop since 2020. Well, it has always been on my game to play. See right here. There's Scorpion. There's Scorpion right here. And we haven't talked anything about him. They just left his body here. They left his body here. We're leaving his body here. I have no idea why. Mitch could have picked him up, or at least been kneeling over by him. Ah, relevance. Or urgency. I know I've probably written this down enough, but it's certainly something that I notice a lot of games. It's not just Cyberpunk. It's a lot of games. A sense of urgency. Because the world... let me see. Okay, I'm going to dictate again. The world needs to have a constant movement and sense of urgency, so the player needs to catch up to the movement of the world around them, the movement of the city that you're being in. And a game needs to be developed to where if the player doesn't respond, the world moves on, as it would. If you're talking to specific NPCs for missions, they won't just stare at you and continue to say, "Hey, are you there, V? Hey, hello." They could, but eventually they need to stop and move on. a sense of urgency is something that is missing from many games.
Scorpion said I would hate Night City.
He knew you that well.
Probably better than I know myself. He said when I'd had enough of the city, we would stock up on canned kibble, fill a couple of thermoses with coffee and whiskey, and hit the road. He said we would get away from it all.
Sounds like a real adventure.
Yeah. But he's gone. Shit. Why is everything shit?
Hey, I know. Look, you're alive. Still got a few things to take care of, too.
Mm-hmm. You know it.
You know it.
All I see is cracked concrete and rust. If they thought they would call their friends, they were in for one hell of a surprise. Careful. I'm on him! Come on, B!
He does not escape! Hit him down!
Watch out! There's a sniper behind the van! Mighty, wipe them out, B!
Ugh.
That's for my friends, you assholes! I see a sniper. Careful!
Shoot to kill! Let's go!
Ah. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. He's dead. The rest must have taken Hellman with them.
If they manage to that's all of them.
Better hurry then.
That's one of their rides. Let's check it.
Dunno if we'll find anything else here.
Enough. There's nobody here.
Better check where Kang Tao took him. Fast. You were right. Nomad's car did die.
They tried to put her back on her feet, but the oil pump died. Pistons couldn't take it.
Gave us a few minutes, maybe, but they still got a head start.
Oh, also, since we're in the realm of CD Projekt Red, a board game called Unmatched recently released the Witcher update, or the Witcher expansion. So now you can play as characters from the Witcher series. And I'm going to go pick those up today.
Left a few peeps behind at the airstrip. Rest went with Hellman.
I would have done the same. They're looking to call their people. The last they want is to ride through the desert without backup. I hope Mitch contacted the Aldecaldos. All that damn interference.
They're coming for him, don't worry.
You know what?
What?
This is my life, right? These tracks lead up past the hill to an old filling station. I wager that's where they're holding Hellman.
Another thing, I need to write down the names of all the missions
covering
and
you.
listen to the songs that they're attached to. But no, well, thanks, girl.
Drones. Patrols. Definitely set up shop here.
I see. They must have Hellman locked up somewhere. But V, see that? The pumps look pretty good. Not what you would find if the place were closed. The bastards might have managed to call for transport.
We'll know soon enough.
Be nice to scan. I'm gonna have to add this to the database. When you scan a character, it tells you what type of weapon they're holding. We'll call it looting and information. I'd like to see the capability of the player being able to scan an enemy or an ally and see which weapon they have on them. If they have a certain type of loot, you could see what they have on them. Or if you can physically see the weapon in their hands, you can scan the weapon to see what type they're carrying. So that's kind of under looting, information, and scanning. We'll put it under there. Alright. Let's see what time it is. 9:18. Again, I think I'm going to roll out of here at about 10.
I see cars. Nomad.
I recognize them. The clans.
Got to fight my way through.
You won't get out of this alive, you bastards!
I'll blow you to pieces!
In full disclosure, I am playing on easy. Otherwise, I'd already be dead. I just hurt myself.
I'm in.
Hellman, he has to be here.
Firing at close range! Fire! Fire!
Second, I thought he was a trauma team.
Pull in!
Man, a closet? I got stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Reloading!
Can't wait till I get hacking cars again. Yeah, I would have been dead a long time ago if I wasn't on easy. I am sort of pushing through here, though. I gotta say, I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of traffic streaming on Twitch, or sorry, streaming on YouTube. I don't think it's where people really come to watch live streams of gamers.
Okay, covering you.
My stream is so far behind.
Drones.
So far behind.
Trolls. Definitely set up shop here.
I see. They must have Hellman locked up somewhere. But V, see that?
It's never
The
synced
pumps
up.
look pretty good. Not what you would find if the place were closed. The bastards might have managed to call for transport.
We'll know soon enough.